Hey, shout out Clippers Nation. Lakers versus Clippers. This was the easy one for the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? It's like actually a minute to go in this game right now. Of course, the Clippers got this game well in hand. I don't see the Clippers having any trouble winning this game. I think this game is pretty much decided. Well, I feel like it's already been decided two, 3 quarters ago. But big win for the Clippers. Definitely you take a win anytime you can get it. If you can stomp on a team's throat, what I'm saying, step on a man while he's down, you definitely want to do that. And that's the Clippers did tonight against the Lakers. I feel bad for Anthony Davis, another injury. I think his back spasms along with his ankle, it's really not looking good for Anthony Davis right now. And the Lakers, I mean, the way it's looking right now, they might not even make the playoffs, man, which that'd be kind of weird, because I can't remember the last time a team won a championship the year before and didn't make the playoffs the year after. So, but they still got time, and LeBron's supposed to come back, the next game or the game after. So, they can still do some good things there. As far as the Clippers, man, they look like a really, really, you know, um, high scoring team. They really look like a team that's just, on their way, and I will say this about the Clippers too, you know, even though they're playing good, they're playing really well. Man, PG is playing good, right now. But at the same time, I tell you what, it's still concerning looking at the Clippers, man. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. You have your own take, you have your own opinion, and I respect that, whoever listened to this video. But I'm telling you, it is not a good thing that Kawhi Leonard is not in rhythm. It is not a good thing. I'm looking at Kawhi Leonard in these last few games, and I know he just came back, but the offense is almost as if they're playing without him. I mean, there's a lot of times where Kawhi Leonard is on the floor and he's not even getting the ball how he usually does. He's not even getting the ball in his spots where he can be effective. And I'm looking at, Kawhi Leonard's body language. For your best player to have body language like that, like he's lackadaisical, I don't see Kawhi being focused on defense. I mean, Kawhi's played through injuries before. I mean, I remember when he was on Toronto just a couple of years ago, he played through injuries, but he looked engaged. He looked like the best player on the floor. He looked like he wanted to be there. And I'm telling you, Clippers Nation, you don't have to believe me, but it just really doesn't look it just really doesn't look like Kawhi wants to be there. It doesn't look like Kawhi is engaged. And like I said, maybe he's saving himself for the playoffs. I know I had some people comment on my last video that that's what's going on. Maybe so. I'm not gonna say that's not what's going on, but I think that's really alarming. PG is playing good, but Clippers Nation, you're not gonna win that championship without Kawhi Leonard being a focal point as well. It's got to be him and PG. It can't just be PG doing all the work. And I'm telling you, it just doesn't look like Kawhi Leonard just doesn't even, it look like he doesn't even care. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I looked at a game where Kawhi Leonard is standing at the 3 point line so much on the perimeter and doesn't even look like he's engaged. It just really doesn't look good. And I know a lot of people are praising Paul George and everything, this and that, but this ain't the playoffs. This is regular season. And until he does it in the playoffs, nobody really cares. But I'm telling you, I don't like what I'm seeing out of their best player in Kawhi Leonard. Your best player is looking lackadaisical. That's not good. I mean, I wouldn't really, if they don't win the championship, I really wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi would leave this team. Because to me, it almost looks like Kawhi is sleepwalking out there, like he really just doesn't care. Ty Lue, um, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how good of a coach Ty Lue is. I personally don't think he's really that good of a coach at all myself. But it's hard to really judge him because, you know, um, It's just his first season with this team, and it's just really hard because the Clippers got so much talent on there, so much depth, but at the same time, you can't go away from your best players. And your best player is Kawhi Leonard, and your best player always will be Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is a really good player, but at the same time, Paul George is not a championship player, and that's just the difference. And I'm telling you, if Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers don't win this championship, I just don't see Kawhi Leonard being on this team. Because when Paul George is out there, it looks like he's taking away from Kawhi Leonard. When Kawhi Leonard's out there, it looked like he's in Paul George's way sometime. They just don't really gel to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the two, a lot of people may not see it this way. I just don't think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard gel as a duo. I just don't think they fit. I think they're two talented players, but I don't think they gel like that because they both do the same exact things. They're both wing players. It's just I don't know. I just don't think they gel like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say it right now. If the Clippers don't win, I wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi goes somewhere else. I mean, because like I said, I just don't see it in Kawhi's body language. And I've seen Kawhi play through injuries before. Like I said, I've never seen Kawhi have a body language the way he looks. I mean, never seen that. And it's almost uncanny. It's unreal. And, Clippers Nation should be worried about that. Don't be so focused on Paul George because Paul George is one guy. He's not going to beat the Denver Nuggets by himself. He's not going to beat the Phoenix Suns by himself. They need Kawhi Leonard to be who he's supposed to be. And I'm telling you, I just don't see it. I just don't see the chemistry there. And like I said, this team shoots way too many threes. And I think they're good when they're falling. But like I said in my other videos, in the playoffs, when teams crowd that perimeter and lock down that perimeter, the Reggie Jacksons and the Marcus Morrises, how effective are they going to be then? And that's exactly my point. Like, I mean, I hope this team picks it up in the playoffs, play the same way they're playing now. But I'm telling you, it's all smiles right now. But it's never good when your best player is not in rhythm. And I just don't feel like Kawhi Leonard is really in rhythm. And I feel like the way they're running their offense, it's really not good. Not for Kawhi Leonard. You have to make way for Kawhi Leonard to post up. Kawhi Leonard is a 17 feet jump shooter. You have to find a way to implement his strength. And it's like Ty Lue is not utilizing Kawhi to his strength. I'm seeing Kawhi take a lot of 3-pointers, not playing his game the way he likes to, and I'm just not sure about this team. But we'll see exactly how it goes in the playoffs. Everything changes. Everything is different. We'll see exactly, what I'm saying, what adjustments they make. But I just don't like the fact that Kawhi is not looking sharp. To me, if you got two superstar players on the team, both of them got to look sharp. Not one out of two. Two out of two got to look sharp. And that means you have to make a rotation where, Kawhi can get more of his scoring in there and implement more of impose his game on the will and impose his will in the game more. Then that's what you have to do. I know you like Boogie Cousins. I know you like Reggie Jackson and players like that. But at the same time, it's all good now. But if they really got to face a team in the playoffs that's going to really guard them, you need your two best players to be at their best. And I really don't like what I'm seeing from the Clippers in regards to their best player, Kawhi Leonard, not really putting his imprint on games. because there's only 5 games left in the season, and these things got to be corrected, and they have to happen. So I'm not sure exactly, what's going on with the Clippers, but if you want to keep Kawhi Leonard, you better make him happy. That's all I know. Because if he leaves the Clippers are trash again. The Clippers won't never win anything ever again. Or they won't even have an opportunity to win. Or they won't even be looked at as that type of team. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, big win for the Clippers. 118-94. Clippers take the third spot right now. Depending on what Denver does, I think it's going to be more of a flip flop back and forth. And hey, we'll see how it goes in the season, the rest of the season, and the playoffs. But like I said, big win for the Clippers. Shout out to the Lakers too. You know what I'm saying? They tried, but they ain't try hard enough. So next time.